everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry for the lack of videos lately. I just have been really busy. And well, here I am. Okay, now let's get to the point. One of my favorite genres is dystopia. I believe I said it in here. And I've been pondering about it. I was just thinking and I thought, well, why was 20th century the catalyst for it? You know, when you think about dystopia, all you think about is 1984, Brave the World, Fahrenheit, and all of them were mostly made on 20th century. And well, it's such a contemporary genre, and there are so many questions to be made, you know? So I decided to make a quick series on it. I don't know how this will go on, if it will go on, but let's just try it for a quick while. I'll try to make videos about it starting the 20th century, maybe I'll go to the 21st. I don't know, let's just see what will happen. Today I decided to talk about Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. However, I believe that it is necessary to do a quick introduction to the genre. The word dystopia is a variation from the word utopia, which was primarily used by Thomas More in the classic of the same name, Utopia, and I, in the future, want to make a video about it. By the way, it's really good. Well, utopia means no place. It means no place because no place as good as it actually exists. But furthermore, it can also be used as a pun because some people read utopia as utopia with EU, which means good place. And that's just amazing. If utopia means good place, then dystopia means bad place. Dystopia was used for the first time by John Stuart Mill, but it actually only became a thing with the huge success We in 1921. And I wanted to start with it, but I need to confess that I didn't actually read it. But why was the 20th century the perfect time to develop this style? What disgraceful events will create the need of awareness within a society? I only have 3 words: the civil rights movements. I mean, the 2 world wars would obviously create a drastic impact in society. It's only natural that literature and art should reflect that. Because it parallels reality, there are recurring motifs in these books, such as nuclear disaster, environmental disaster, loss and individualism, government control, technology control, and Brave New World is a clear case of technology control and loss of individualism. For context, as I always do, I'll talk briefly about the author of the novel in question. Aldous Leonard Huxley was born in 1894 in England and died in 1963 in the United States. He was a writer and philosopher and wrote almost 50 books. He was nominated 9 times for the Nobel Prize and was elected Companion of Literature by the Royal Society of Literature in 1962. His most well-known work is Brave New World. Brave New World is a dystopian social science published in the year 1932. It is extremely technological and modern themes, such as social engineering, classical conditioning, and genetical reproducibility. In it, we are presented to the city of London in the year 632 after Ford. I would also like to add that the introduction was by no means remarkable. However, it did define the pacing and the general aesthetic of the story, as well as giving us an insight of how the modern world is. This futuristic setting introduces us to a society ruled by social hierarchy, in which, through some really bizarrely accurate assumptions about psychological manipulation, generates completely alienated citizens. This leads us to our protagonist, Bernard, who, despite being at the top of the food chain, still has a huge insecurity complex. He basically can't get the hype of most things, which makes him feel very weird, and he isn't as good looking as people from his cast should be. Quick note, I find it quite interesting that members of the higher casts seems to be all white, whereas members of the lower caste seems to exhibit blacker traits. I'll dive into this later, I just like to quickly mention this. Okay, that's just a quick summary, but I would like to mention that the book only gets good near the end. Not exactly at the end, but when we find out that there are zones which haven't been industrialized yet, and we can make a clear contrast between them, and just really well thought. Now, my criticism, let's just start saying that the title comes from Shakespeare's The Tempest. This line is actually mentioned in the book, and it gives a sense of self-awareness. And not in just this part. Whenever you get too engrossed in the book, Huxley reminds you of his presence. And this is actually really clever, because whenever you feel like the society presented is perfect, it changes the perspective. And at the same time, you don't actually know his opinion of it. It's not clear if he believes this is an ideal society. Furthermore, because we don't quite know the author's opinion in it just by reading this book, you can't understand if it's a satire or not. And as I mentioned earlier, the caste systems. I don't know if Huxley is criticizing the rise of eugenics in the 20th century or supporting it. Thank you for watching, folks, and that's it. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any book requests, please write them down in comments. Bye!